All right, I'm going to show you from the teacher side. We'll talk about management side too, but you'll get from the end user side, you get more of the what is it used for kind of thing. So let's start at FormSpace. A great example of FormSpace would be like a field trip request form, or an expense reimbursement form, or any forms that you have to fill out. You put in inter-office mail, send it to the budget or whatever. You can build those in FormSpace, and then the workflow you build as part of the form. So I fill it out, I submit it, and it goes to the person it needs to go to, and then it goes from them to somebody else if it needs to, automatically. And there's no mail anymore. I mean, it's just digital. And so, and obviously you get reporting too. How many people filled out of whatever, and what was the, all that stuff that's in the report. So there could be different categories of forms. Can you print it out? I mean, my thing, it would go through the process first. So when I'm talking about field trip request, I'm talking about,
Okay.
I'm a teacher, I have to request it to my principal to see if they approve it. So I fill it out, I submit it. It automatically goes to my principal. My principal reviews the form. If they agree to it, then they continue it on in the workflow. It goes from them to the budget office to get a budget code,
Okay.
and then it goes from them to transportation to get a bus. It goes, whatever. So it flows in its steps like that. Now once it's done, then I guess I could print it out and send it out to parents, a different form. But this is really not printing out, signing it. This is more acting as digital, taking your your everyday, day-to-day forms, and my request to be off. I fill it out, got it on here, submit it to my supervisor. Supervisor approves it. That may be it. It's done. Or the supervisor approves it, then it goes to their secretary to fill out the paperwork they need. All of that. That's kind of what this does. So there's different categories of forms. Everything that you see is customizable. Nothing is, has to be. So, like for example, request to professional development request, or request to be off. All this is customizable. So so here's that form, absent from duty. All this is customizable, of course. Required fields with asterisk. You can require which ones you want or whatever. If it doesn't have an asterisk, you don't have to fill it out. You can put file attachments. I mean, everything is customizable. You can have dollar amounts. If you have more than one, it can sum them. Yeah. Budget code, you could submit a form, attach it in there. But once you submit it, it depends on what the workflow is. In this case, this would be what we call a free flow. So you actually type in the person that you want it to go to and send it to them. Or if it has a built-in workflow, like this one's already been sent. There you go. So this one was started here. It went to the principal, got approved, and then it notified this person. Could be the secretary, could be whatever. And so there's two different kinds of steps: approval or notification steps. And so it can go to a person, it emails them that they need to approve this, and they can go and approve it, deny it, or it could just be notification. They don't need to take any action. They're just going to get notified that this is happening. So you can build that in. There can be as many steps in the process as you need. You can go to these different type of people or whatever. So the back end of the side of this, building forms, is the same thing on student forms. You can build them. We have a community of forms that are already built. And then obviously there's reporting on them. And this is just the form side. You can also, once again, do surveys, of course, too. But it's very similar kind of operation. But you can see, all the forms that are already in there. And there's districts have shared all kinds of forms. And they've done some really imaginative things. And Michelle, who's our other trainer who would do the training on this, she has great knowledge of this. You see we have a community on this too, so there's surveys and web forms. Yeah, elections. I didn't even think about elections. So these are all so finance, budget transfers. These are forms that other districts have used.
I think this one.
So from here, you're looking at the community forms.
Right, you can just import it into y'all's right here. Yeah, let's do
To
one.
see.
Let's
Yeah.
import this. Let's import this in. Let's import it as a district form.
General, right?
What is-
Yeah. Okay.
This is not y'all's.
Okay.
This is my demo.
Alright.
So here it is. So this is the questions that I just copied it. So there's where I build the workflow. Oh, there it is. That's what you add.
So you have three.
Yeah, approval, notification, or free flow. Free flow is where they choose who to send it to. They type in. So you just approval who, and then who needs to approve it. Is it a staff member or a group? So in the background, in management, on the management side of the whole suite, system management, you can build custom groups. And so in custom groups, you put all your principals in a group. And so then you say this is going to go to a group, and so it'll go to, principal or nurses or whatever, and it knows because of what campus it's coming from, which person to send it to because they're the principal of that campus. Yeah, they're in the management application. So yeah, there's I don't know where that going to go. Yeah, approval notification is just send an email, and in free flow they actually choose where to go to next. So you can put as many as you want in there.
What about the reporting of that? Can we
Yeah.
see how many teachers request one day this month or something? I mean,
How long is it?
So now this is in the forms where reports, and now
Yeah, there's reports.
okay.
So yeah, because you can when you pick on a form, you can say which school. You can filter by dates. So for the last 2 months or whatever. Make sure I got some data in here. You can export to Excel or summary. You can export
Excel,
this one.
yeah. Actually, you can.
It's very similar to doing Aware because you can filter and